Lorrie Stroud from Coastal Real Estate Solutions is back with me. And Lorrie, I think the last time you were here, we were kind of heading into spring, and now we're kind of heading into fall. So we got the best of both worlds with each other so far. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. Thanks for having me back.
Yes. So today we're going to kind of talk about the whole buying and selling process and how you work to make that a smooth transaction for both of them. So let's kind of start there. How do you try and make that transaction as smooth as possible on both sides?
First of all, I think you have to set and manage the expectations of your clients, and that will depend on their experience level. Are they first-time home buyers? Has it been a while since they've had a real estate transaction? Have they had transactions in other part of the country or even other parts of the state? It's going to vary. So you have to kind of figure out where they are, take their temperature, and figure out how much time you really need to spend laying the groundwork of what's going to happen, how, and when.
Well, and during that time, unfortunately, but kind of the nature of the beast, there might be some challenges that arise. So talk to us a little bit about, again, how you prepare your buyer or your seller for the challenges that they might face in any transaction.
The first thing to let them know is there's probably going to be a glitch or two along the way.
Right.
You're dealing with people, personalities, professionals, anywhere from mortgage lenders to appraisers, home inspections, contractors, attorneys, surveyors, lots of people in the mix. So to think that something won't go wrong is a little bit unrealistic.
Sure.
So you just have to prepare them that I am going to be the project manager of sorts. I'm going to manage the whole transaction. I'm going to stay on top of it, make sure things get done. If we encounter something unforeseen, I am their advocate. I am there in their corner to make find a resolution or stay on top of the people who can find the resolution. If it's an encroachment issue, obviously attorneys are going to weigh in on that, and we'll stay behind that and make sure that that gets addressed.
Well, talk to me a little bit about your specific skill set that you have to maybe meet those challenges or, again, help with that smoothing things out.
First of all is my attitude. I really like to approach real estate with a collaborative win-win attitude. Buyers and sellers are not adversaries. They want to be sometimes, but they don't have to be. And agents on the other side of the transaction are my friend. I want to make them my friend. We get done together a lot more than we will if we take an adversarial stance. So that's the first thing, is setting the posture of the relationship. The second thing would be, I'm a great communicator. I stay on top. I keep everyone in the loop as to what is going on, what's the next step that they need to do to be addressed. I was in the mortgage industry for 30 years, ran my own business. I was an appraiser. I worked for attorneys closing loans. So all that helps me be better realtor and an advocate for them.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You're so well-rounded. You've worked basically in every avenue that goes into this process. So that is a very unique skill set, I think, that you bring to the table.
Thank you. And it's very helpful. I learn what the red flags can be, and I can usually be proactive to kind of, fend them off before it becomes a big issue.
And tell me a little bit about how you, I don't know if train is the right word, or how you talk to your clients, your buyers or your sellers, to kind of help them to become their advocate too, to help it be smooth.
Yes, they definitely have a role to play. Sometimes they think that you're going to do every single thing, and we can't do every single thing. Some things the buyers and the sellers have to do. First of all, they need to take a deep breath, realize there's a lot on their shoulders over the next month or so in the transaction, and there will be a level of stress because they're just going to have to put a lot more on their plate than they normally do.
Right.
But we're here to tackle it together as a team. Also let them know that it's a learning curve. They don't do this every day. So even if they're seasoned, they're going to forget some steps that have to be done. So I'm going to educate them on that and stay on top of that. And for them to be proactive. When their attorney calls them or their lender calls them, they need to return those calls and respond quickly. Get them the documentation they need. If they need cash funds that are going to liquidate assets, they need to stay on top of that. Sometimes that can be a couple of week process to get those funds to closing. Coordinate. If there's a move involved, they've got a lot more going on behind the scenes than I know, so they've got to stay on top of that. Utility connections, disconnections, all that sort of thing. So we just want them to stay engaged in the process and understand and keep us in the loop as well. If they're having a challenge, let me know so I can maybe offer up a solution.
Well, Lorrie, it was great to see you, and it was great information. And of course, if you want Lorrie's specific skill set, her unique skill set that is, give her a call.